Okay, switching over to this. So last time we played, we just looked at some of the undead faction decks. We played some Tortoise, some Rocktep, and some Zathu. Tonight, I want to take a look at some of the human faction stuff. I have a Sorcerer's deck, a Soldier's deck, and a couple Mafia decks that I would like to play. So the core interaction here with the Sorcerer's deck, which is the first one we're going to be playing, involves Pride Mage, which is sort of like a Tershak veteran from beta, where all of your sorcerers get boosted every time you play a Pride Mage. There's a card that helps scale all of your mage deploys with Xyle, who is a 2 provision gold card, trigger the deployed abilities on all of your 0-cost sorcerers. So you can get a pretty crazy amount of carryover built up from the Pride Mage boosts. Additionally, if you don't have the Xyle in round 1 to combo with these, it can deal some extra damage with Envy Mages. You can stack specials on your Gluttony Mages in order to get bigger boosts from these as well. Anyway, we got a couple of people online. If anyone would like to play, you can just go right to that link. Fully playable in browser. If you were able to play Stream Raiders, this will also work easily. Yep, I made it. So I'm gonna hop in queue with the Sorcerer's deck, and if one of you wants to play, just click the Find a Match button in the play lobby. Yeah, the arts are really coming together. Got a few people logging on. There are starter decks if you don't want to build one of your own. There we go. Looks like we got some people. Maybe? No, you went to the deck builder. Everyone's in the deck builder. I guess we can, let's see. I'll wait until I see someone queue up to queue up. We can talk about the other deck. I guess we can talk about the first deck a little bit more. Day of Judgment, sort of like a Scorch, destroy against the highest power. Gravity Well is a... Ooh, I don't have the tooltip here. Where is Gravity Well? This one. Throw effect on turn start merges the rightmost unit, which means you will banish the rightmost unit and add its power to the unit directly to its left, which helps line up things like a bigger Day of Judgment. There are some reset effects. Page doesn't load. It shows URCG with a full screen button. Do you have JavaScript disabled? It's Emir. This. We've got 4 people in the deck builder. But yeah, the deck construction follows similar rules to Gwent. 25 or more cards. You have 16 provisions with every leader currently. That might change going forward, but for now all the leaders are the same provision cost. It'll show you how many provisions you have left here, how many total cards you have here. Is that Bomb Heaver? Nah, man. It's just He Who Yells Catch. Where is it? Oh, there it is. There's also Blue Boy Lugos. No, but it's an undead card. Yeah, if anyone would leave the deck builder and queue up, it would be appreciated. There should be 2 starter decks, 1 human and 1 undead that you can choose from, and they're pretty reasonable. Education. I have a degree in computer science. The way you queue up, you go to play, pick the deck you want to play, and then click Find a Match. I will click on the queue button one more time. Hey, there we go. Ezio HQ is queued into us. The way the game starts is there's a points auction system. Both players secretly bid an amount of points. The player who bids less starts the game with that many points and goes first. Sort of like an alternative to coin flip, rather than it being decided randomly. Both players get to decide how much they value going first versus second in a given matchup. If you're Mac OS, it should work on Mac. I have a couple people that play on Mac, I think. So he bid 4, I bid 5. So he gets to go first with 4 extra points. So I've started with 2 Pride Mages and Xyle. I probably want to find the third. Okay. That'll work. It is Unity, but I think the Unity runs in WebGL, which I think is a JavaScript thing. I'm not actually sure how to get WebGL to run. Might be its own thing. We're just waiting for our opponent to take their mulligans. Okay. So our opponent's playing Richard High Commander as their leader. So in the first 2 rounds, whenever they play a soldier, they will get a 1 power, 1 armored token onto a random row. And then in round 3, this card becomes an armor engine. Every time one of his units receives armor, Richard gets bigger. It all alone. All the programming, yeah. I've had a small playtest group in Discord that's helped like identify bugs and find some early balance issues. Saying turn end gains in armor. I'm just gonna start by getting down Pride Mages. The way the rows work in this game is if you play something on the command row, it boosts your leader by 1. If you play something on the ranged row or the battlements row, it gets +1 power. And if you put something on the frontline row, it gets 2 armor. No observer. If you want to observe, you can go into spectator in the client. But yeah, there's no observer for Twitch. Ooh. So he shield bashed my mage, damaged the unit by the highest armor among units he controlled. He had 6 on this at the time, so it killed my Pride Mage. I'm gonna continue just playing for carryover. Him killing that does make my Xyle quite a bit worse. Instead of boosting all of my sorcerers for 3, it'll only boost them by 2 max now. What game is this? This is URCG! Exclamation point URCG. Theoretically, I might be able to have an Android version soon too, if that interests anybody. I've got a rough version that sort of runs. Want help with voice acting? Maybe. I don't really have anything planned for the voicing. I can play Envy Mage to just knock the armor off of this. The problem with that is that I'm splitting my engines, and I might not want to do that. Just keep going for carryover, and we might just pass instead of playing the Xyle. Because the Xyle still scales well at round 3 with gluttonies, as long as I play enough special cards. Ooh, opponent just takes the pass. Okay. So he's still getting +2 here. If I just play an Envy for 11, that gets me ahead. Oh, plus my leader, right. Whenever an enemy dies during my turn. Forgot to mention this. My lowest unit gets boosted by 2 in the first 2 rounds. And in round 3, whenever I play a special, it damages all their highest units by 1. Right now, Recruiter's not doing anything. Advisor always gets my Ancestral Calls. Don't want those right now. There's Day of Judgment. And then you boost your leader. Nothing happens when the leader gets boosted, but it comes out in round 3. So boosting your leader is carryover. Where the other options are just points into the round. Does URCG have actual art? I've been commissioning art over the last couple months. Doesn't it actually look kind of respectable now? At least the card arts. The card arts look good. The UI is a mess, but I don't know. No worse than the beta Gwent UI. I think I'm just passing here, and we'll try to out-engine him in round 3. So the first thing that's going to happen in round 3 is that the leaders are going to come out before we play any cards. Persistent means the round end, if this thing's still alive, it goes on top of his deck. The past thing is a little scuffed. Yeah. There's a lot of scuffed things in the UI. I am not a UI designer. Something like a Darkest Dungeon, narrator dictating actions. Maybe. It could work. Okay, so we have an advisor. So we're playing 2 ancestral calls. 3 ancestral calls if advisor lives. Page loads in Chrome, but not Mac. I don't know if there's anything I can do about that. I'll try to look into it. So this is a row effect. So if he tries to play a fortification, I can block the fortification. Just another long swordsman. Just kill the leader. Now whenever I play a special, damage all the highest units by 1. Not super relevant when he's going to have a bunch of armor on everything, but... he gets his other long swordsman. Can't quite scorch these because I have a 9. Let's play for armor on my engines. There's Observer. There is no Twitch Observer. If you go into the client, though, and you go to the play menu, there's a spectate button, and you can spectate the games in client. Yep. Okay, well, let's go for the gravity well. 2 damage is pretty irrelevant. If he doesn't have a fortification, we can sort of get him here. Ironically, has more features than Gwent now. I tried. But if he can override my gravity well, I'm only getting a 2-for-1 on the DOJ. I feel like I probably need a little better than that to win. Okay. We should be fine if he's just doing that. Thunder there. The gravity field cleans that up. And we'll get the other envy down. There he's... okay, so we did have the fortification. Just didn't realize he had the override. Let's get this down. There's no rush to take Day of Judgment. So used to clicking the end turn button. But yeah, while these are in play, I get 2 damage every time a special is played. So I want to get these down before taking my tall removal. Even if their deploy is not doing a ton. Thanks, Johnny. Yeah, sorta. Let's play our Scorch here. Bunch of Terrifieds. Start with the Advisor. Get Bolt. Okay, we'll Bolt there. Let's just do this again. And then we're gonna get to Recruiter our Advisor. Yeah. And then play another spell from our deck. That plays Call. Uh-oh. Oh, wait. Targeting first. There we go. Put it there. And then it boosts because I played 6 specials. Resolve that. Resolve the Gluttony. Now there's 1 more special played. Their arrows like an arrow rain. They're a fortification. They're like spears pointing up. And then this thing is gonna be huge. Because these trigger, these trigger. Big finisher there. So you're able to disable his engines and sort of just ran away with it in the end. Good game, good game. The next deck that I want to play here. So I have another soldiers list. This one's not just the starter deck. This one's playing a more swarm-focused strategy with Rallying Automaton. It's got a few ways to benefit from going wide. You have the Automaton itself, which if both adjacent units share a tag, you boost all units with that tag by 1. You've got Diane Bowgifter, which turns all of your infantry soldiers into volleying longbowmen, which is a 1-point per turn ping engine. As well as we have Belba, who removes an armor from all units and then boosts self by the amount of armor that was removed. Aside from that, we're also playing the Longswordsman Greedy Knight package, which we saw more of last time we played this game. Longswordsman is 1 armor a turn, and then Greedy Knight gets to eat up all the armor. BFC as well as a way to turn armor into points. And yeah. It's really hard to tell the difference. I wonder. Yeah, if anyone would like to play. Game is free to play. Full collections are unlocked. There are starter decks too if you just want to hop into the game. Takes like 15 seconds to sign up. Dedapult? Why does that exist? What do you mean? 7. Uh-oh. So Karma decided to bid negative numbers, deciding that it was better to be on blue coin. It is a thing you're allowed to do. It seems a little suspect, though. Not usually correct. I'm not gonna sell data. I mean, you can give me a fake email. It doesn't actually make you confirm your email. One mulligans. Yeah, one of these days I'll fix that. Bronze den of provision costs. There are 0 provision bronzes and there are like 1 provision bronzes. You can play 2 copies of 1 provision cards and 3 copies of 0 provision cards. Low level mobster. So he traded a Launderer, which boosts itself. His leader is whenever he trades a card in round 1, it boosts by 2. Whenever he trades a card in round 2, it gets boosted by 1. And then in round 3, he turns into a trade engine. I think I don't want to fight over this round, though. Let's just play this here. Let's trade. It's like mulligan. Put an email like, yeah, I don't bother confirming your email. It's whatever. So we didn't trade anything with an effect that time, which means I don't really have much reason to pass. Let's just get this down for now. I don't check for fake emails. That was the point. That's what I was saying. So he traded his entire hand. So his entire hand went into the deck, got boosted by 2 from his leader. He triggered a Launderer, I think. It's nothing too crazy. Yeah, let's start doing something here. Maybe we get to win on even here. The really scary card here would be Connected Roughneck. And he's not played that yet. It's Walt, as long as it's under fortification. He'll spawn a body every turn. There's the Roughneck. But I do have a way to kill it. I think I'd rather thin the Shield Bash from my deck. That's a very high priority card to kill. How long have I worked on this project? A little under a year now. On and off. I haven't been working on it constantly, but okay. So there's the pass. I do want to play my swarm cards while my leader is still making value. I don't really need BFC right now. Maybe don't want double automaton either. Probably save. Or just play all our cards. This, then Connected Roughneck. Do I still want to push into that? Probably. Probably Diane for 3. There's a leaderboard in the client. It's going between like Pair Pain and Form Up, but I think they're also the only ones that have finished placements. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've lost some games. Back like when we were playing back in like May. Ooh. That gets me pretty good. Don't have the fortification. Let's take the Greedy Knight. Then I can Diane. I'll lose my carryover, but that's not the end of the world. The way this row effect works. There it is. On a turn start, you rightmost unit on the row merges. It's actually not how it's working, though. Should look into that. I think the logic might be a little bugged. The gravity field's done. We're going to play Diane. It will transform all of our tokens into Longbowmen. So on turn end, now instead of just being tokens, they're going to damage a random enemy by 1. Can you import decks? What do you mean? Should build a first. You can get new decks. You should have the entire deck builder unlocked. Then Automaton boosts our whole board because everything's a soldier. And we'll see if he's got 12. He does. He has 20, actually. I think we're losing this one. Our carryover got answered. We were sort of all in that round, too. Getting Defense Engineer. This is more armor. This is more armor. This triggers 3 times. Should just be better. Oh, looks like we get there. Did not find enough of his points. Yep, this is my game. Vortex. Yeah, you can... So if you go into the deck builder and you click import deck from clipboard, they like export directly to your clipboard. So you go back and then you just click this. Like if I were to link here... Oh. Does it not work on live? Oh, interesting. There might be some block on... Huh. WebGL from accessing your clipboard. Yeah, I never tested on the live server. So we just saw a Mafia deck from Karma there. Here is the one that I have built that we're going to play next. Plays mostly, I think, the same cards. He might have been a little more all-in on the Launderers than this one is. This one's going for a more broad approach. Let's queue up with this. Let's control... Well, no, I have something on my clipboard, but it just didn't... It didn't, like, copy it like it was supposed to. There we go. Rados this time. Against mummies, I do want to win coin flip pretty bad. I'm going to bid a little higher than normal. Okay. need the call. I want to find a roughneck. So try to maximize blacklisting. No roughnecks yet. Can see if Racketeer gets this one. Yeah, you can click on the new deck button and you can build another deck. Really? Nah, yeah, it still doesn't do anything. Wrapped Reveler. So this deck's not playing any row effects? I might have a hard time with mummies. Let's Racketeer. Try to dig through our deck to try to find one of our connected roughnecks. This is a on turn end if I haven't passed. I trade my leftmost card. So here's gonna trade away the Launderer, which is good. I think I want to lock this Wrapped Reveler. Let's not play into multiple rows for him. So we're going to trade away this. Whenever it gets traded, I freeze a unit. I'm going to choose to freeze this Wrapped Reveler. And then that gets traded by the Racketeer, which will draw us a different Launderer. This guy, not Walter White. There we go. So we are fully Sandstormed. Tutor and play a 0 cost card. None of those do a ton for us right now. Still no Roughnecks. Yikes. Dusty Giant's sort of like the deploy version of Reveler. Let's do some trades, I guess. So I control 3. So let's get rid of the Launderer. Let's get rid of the Mercenary. I guess I'll trade away the Call. This deals 3. Or this is 5 now, right? Looks like we're gonna have to pass soon, though. Yeah, he just takes his pass. Yeah. Still no Roughneck. Still no Roughneck. Are we just losing uneven? I don't know if I can do this in 2. Let's trade everything and see. So I freeze whatever, it doesn't matter. Deal 5 to you. A little clunky, but this will work. Play this, trade that. One more freeze. So we went a card down. But we did just barely manage to win the round. And we've found a Roughneck. There's not a whole lot of trades left. I needed to dig. I couldn't stop there. Persistent Instructor. You still have a Mobster. Let's do that. Let's trade away the Launderer and get our Launderer boost. Then I think we're still playing Conspire for 2. Just no Launderers in hand. Doesn't really do a lot. Good advisor to thin. Just Conspire is going to be so bad in round 3. Okay, that's good. So Hitman killed the Mummy. You deal 5 to the Sorkon. The cards tell a story. Not really at the moment. That could change in the future, but right now I'm focusing on gameplay. And Dusty Giant to get ahead is good. I could keep bleeding. I'm already down 2. Just hit it for 3. At least defend the bad card. And we are getting carryover value by playing on the command row. There we go. Opponent finally pulling a Sandrat. I think we're losing this one. Weather effects do we have in game? So there's the Sandstorm, which damages the leftmost unit by 2. There's Fortification, which gives 2 armor to the unit with the lowest armor on the row on turn end. There's the Gravity Well, which we saw that merges units, combines them into one. And there's Necromantic Circle, which strengthens the highest zombie by 1 on turn end. It's a good chain. Can't complain. Oh, I should have frozen this. Or not. So I've got this, deals 3, and then last play Persistent Instructor into my biggest launderer? Yeah, maybe? It's got 2 cards, probably not. Yeah. Defeated. Possibly. I mean, step 1 is like having people like actually care about the game, right? We do have a tournament mode. We'll probably run a tournament for in the next stream. We'll run like a test tournament, make sure everything works, and then we'll see. There's the Beast King deck. That is the next one that I'm gonna play. Wait, not that one. Yeah, this is Hyperpile. So there's a card, 3 provision gold, King of Beasts. For the remainder of the game, if you draw from an empty deck, you can instead draw a Great Beast. And these are pretty big cards. Bear's a 6 power, deal 10. Elephant's just a 17 power dude. Lion's an 11.2 per turn engine. And we've got some cards that help us digger through our deck. Charismatic Cadaver digs through 2 cards. Gravecalling Spectre pulls 2 from the deck. Carrion Feeders come out of the deck for free when our things die. Tormented Nostalgic pull things from the deck. And the idea is to try to draw as many of these great beasts as we can. Their gold, silver, bronze system, sort of. It's provisions, but the provisions are pretty close together. There's 0, 1s, and 1s, 2s, and 3s. You can play 1 copy of 3 and 2 provision cards. You can play 2 copies of 1 provision cards and 3 copies of 0 provision cards. Every leader has currently every leader's the same, but every leader could theoretically have a different provision total, but everything's at 16 for now. Yeah, I could see doing something like that, Karma. Make their own paint art. Can you play this? Yeah, fully playable in your web browser. 0 provision, yeah. It just means you can go above 25 and there's no cost. Is really the only difference between starting at 0 and starting at a non-zero number. Let's try to queue. If anyone wants to try to queue. Any broken combos? Yeah, a couple times I've had to make some adjustments. Is it free to play? Yep. All the cards are free. Don't know how worried I am about Hollock. Just bid normal. Don't need to grind a collection. All the cards are unlocked. So right now I'm not bricked. I have access to one of my cadavers. I'm pretty sure this hand works. So you can thin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the carrion feeder. 6. Possibly we res the cadaver this round too. Let's lead here. I'm gonna play mostly for carryover. Oh, the way this leader works is whenever you play a zombie deployed or resurrected, strengthen it by 1 in round 1. Then in round 2, whenever a zombie ally is resurrected, it gets strengthened by 2. You basically don't want to let Zathu win round 1, because then he'll start resurrecting a bunch of stuff and developing a bunch of carryover stacked on a unit. But in round 3, he doesn't do anything. Our opponent's leader makes things difficult, where non-contraption adjacent units get merged if they have the same power. So I want to be a little careful about putting things that have the same power next to each other. There are a couple of ways that he can set this up as well. On a crushing press. That is a very good answer to Zombomb. I guess we are no longer killing our Zombomb. Or playing on that row. Crushing press is whenever another unit enters this row. All the tallest units on the row get damaged. When this dies, it spawns 3 things, so they will all die. I guess we'll put this here then. This sends all copies of itself from the deck to the graveyard. It just helps thin a bit. It's another crushing press. Okie dokie. Oh, he chose to go for Chain Advisors. Okay, so he's going for thinning. Let's see then. If this draws Carrions, I'm sort of okay with that. Did I play 3 of these? No, but I do play 3 Hungry Zombies. Here's my King of Beasts. Because he had 2 1s next to each other, they merged from his leader. Named Gwant for a while. We like to pretend it wasn't. Row punish. So in a couple turns, this will damage all units on the row by 2. I think I'll just make that trigger now. Get our carrion feeder out. I am thinning a little slowly. There's another call, thinning another card here. Another pair bomb. That one's fine. Let's just get a hungry zombie. Goose. He didn't put this on a row that does anything. Battlements is the ranged row. Command is the back row. Let's just get down the King of Beasts. Am I missing? I'm missing my Blight Caller and Plaguebringer, but I don't want to draw my Carrion Feeder. Let's go Tormented Nostalgic. And get another Hungry Zombie. So 6 cards in deck. Three cards in deck. Might I choose to make Resilience cards? Because Resilience is a good mechanic. Let's do this. Get Cadaver back. Okay, now the last card in our deck is a good card. Oh wait, this isn't a good card. I can discard it with the cadaver. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's gonna get 5 servos. I'll banish the lineman. But yeah, I just realized that. It's just there. Definitely a leader where it's really easy to screw up and kill yourself. Okay, so I'll pass here. He merges my guys with the equalizing machine. So you do 2 damage. That's not how Tormented Nostalgic works. So Pyro takes the round, and now we'll see if the Great Beasts can get there. I'm gonna want to res the Cadaver. He's got way more points on his leader than I do. Nope, no card advantage spies. Mulligans. I have no cards in deck. There's nothing to mulligan. A lot of servos. Okay. Let's do... Don't think that's gonna help me. Put this there. It's even better. It gets 2 better every turn. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna res the Cadaver, because I don't want my tutor. I'm pretty sure the 17 is better than a deal 10. Yeah. This does not kill allies. Wait, that was just equalizing machine. I wasn't doing anything crazy. I could have just put this next to it. Whoops. I'm so used to equalizing machine being good with the merge. Yeah, I think I punted that. It just sat there. I made some of the art, not all of it. I don't know if I lost 14 with that line, though. Defeated. Won my first game versus AI. Congratulations. So that's Hyperpile. The next 2 decks I have are hybrids between some of the archetypes. The first one here is a Launderer-focused Mafia deck. Where the other Mafia deck was playing a bunch of trade targets, this one's just playing Launderers and trying to go all in on making as big of a Launderer as it can. This supporting package is playing Pride Mage, Wrath Mage, Pyromancer, and Xyle. Just as more ways to interact and generate some points. Here, an introduction. The first video might serve as an introduction. I try to do a quick introduction every time I stream it, though. Hyperthin? I just use Hyperthin. Trying to show off different decks here. Any pot cards? No. Yeah, if you wanna play, it takes about 15 seconds to sign up for an account. You could probably be in game in 30 seconds. There are starter decks if you just want to play a starter deck. Got a bunch of people in the deck builder. People playing versus AI. Is the tournament client functional? Theoretically, it's not very well tested. Dog Manstar. Okay. I don't have a hand yet, but Let's bid a little more. Whoa, bid 4. Okay. I probably don't need this against soldiers round 1. This is not a conspire hand. There's a roughneck. Can't really take advantage of it though. Is there anything Gwent tournament client? I don't know. We'll have to see if it works. I'm pretty sure I've tested some cases, but it's not very well tested. Yeah, Lifeless Shadowborn, sweet. There's a bunch of cards that I just haven't been able to show on stream because there's just so many things. Okay. So he plays the recruit. I think I'm just going to play Pride Mages. Evil side doesn't have human tutors. Yeah. It has a Cataclysm Herald. If you wanted to play that. Or Armor on the Terrified. Recruit. So opponent's getting 2 points a turn from this. I think I'm just going for carryover and passing. Not really what this deck wants to do, but here we are. Oh, hey, dude. Ooh, okay. I can't put that in game right now, but I will message you back when the stream is over. This game is insane. I'm glad you like it. Share the art. I guess I can do that. Let's see. So here's the new Zathu. And then this is Eternal Necromancer. Let's see. So he did kill one of my Pride Mages. I think I still want a Xyle, though. Gets a good amount of carryover by triggering both of these again. Takes Carlos for the 10 boost. At this point, I am very bullied out of this round. And my deck didn't do what it needs to do in round 1. So I think I'm just gonna lose. This is a bit of a greedy deck. There's the Launderer. Just thinking. So we are playing. He's playing his turn end armor engine. Let's just put this here. For the carryover. Trade the Launderer. This is a 9, so it doesn't die to Shield Bash right now. It's Defenseless Arbiter down. You can play the other Roughneck. I'd rather have the Roughneck in deck. Let's go Persistent Instructor first. And get this. The reason that we're always drawing the Launderer off our trade is because Connected Roughneck has the ability, whenever you trade a card, you'll draw a criminal instead of a random card if possible. And Launderer is the only criminal in our deck. So every time we trade our only criminal, we draw it back again, which lets us continue trading it. Only units that actively die. Okay, well, it's looking like I need points. So let's do this. Let's get another one of these. Let's trade the Launderer again. It's looking scary. Can Lust Mage this away? Just take Wrath Mages and try to kill it over 2 cards. Let's Let's do this. If he wants to put a unit next to it, he's not putting it in this row to get the extra point on the Arbiter. Yeah, fortification is a turn in. Give 2 armor to the unit with the least armor in this row. So Recruiter plays a copy of, I assume, Arbiter? Maybe? Thinking about placement. What's going on? I desynced? Doesn't look like it. Alright, so he roped his turn. Not sure what happened there. If you need to refresh, you can either refresh the page and it'll put you back in the game when you go to the play menu, or you can click Game Frozen. Just Wrath that for 6. Big automaton. Still got Roughneck Mobster for the Launderer. Don't really want to play that if I don't have to. I'll take the Sadistic Pyromancer while it's good. Just have his guy. Okay. So I've got a card on him. Don't need this Conspire. Cataclysm's Herald is great. Okay. We should be okay here, especially a card up. Let's lead Cataclysm's Herald for our connected Roughneck. And I don't think placement melee matters, so let's trade it away here. Oh, right, then this trades, because I played a Mafia. So I lose my Instructor. Yeah. Should still be fine. I can just play you now. Boost this up. Yeah. And Lust Mage finishes the deal. Cool. I have one more different deck. Here is an Inventor's List, which is also a Mage hybrid, playing Pride, Wrath, and Lust yet again. Using the contraptions that we saw earlier, these Crushing Press, He Who Yells Catch, as well as some Servo Makers. Along with this leader, where I am definitely going to screw up and end up merging my board, but we'll see. Let's queue. Game Ladrin. Against Karma. It's playing Tortoise. Okay. Tortoise is whenever another creature dies, it goes to the deck in rounds 1 and 2. A little higher than normal. Crushing Presses are pretty bad if he's got Consumes, but I don't want Wraths in round 1. Playing Recruiters, right? Yeah. Got 2 of my Pride Mages. Here's the Zombro. So our goal is going to be to try to banish the Zombro with a Gravity Well. Don't think it's going to happen. Because right now this banishes the Cultist. Let's just get this down. Whenever another unit enters the row, damage the tallest units on the row by 1. So after he wants to start cycling these, he also wants to consume the Crushing Press. Here's one merge. I could... Oh, I merged my my things. Let's just Pride again. This hungry zombie is gonna eat the crushing press. And that's fine, I suppose. Let's get more cultists. So now that's at 18. Let's just do this again. Strengthen. He's got a heap that's gonna grow. Okay. Just go for equalizing. Just do this. Make him break it up. So at the end of this turn, this unit's power will be set to 1. He might just have a consume for it, but that's fine. Look, he's playing the more conservative Zombro list too, that plays multiple copies of the Zombros. I think he strengthened the silver one. Okay. So what? I get to... Sadistic Pyro is 11... 16, that's short. Do I have to play Geraldo? Mr. Forced to Geraldo. Wells are fine. I do like having some servo triggers. Don't know if Sloth Mage is going to be any good. Or Gwen? Just a different game. Really want to find Wyatt. Pretty sure the dry pass against Tortoise just makes sense. Just don't let him take advantage of the second part of his leader. Red Mage seems fine. Okay. I can live with this. There's only one. Oh. I thought I was getting more than that. Yep, I made this. I guess I did only play... Yeah, huh. Let's Pride first. Twitch extension when? I don't think I'm gonna make a Twitch extension for it. So I can move Lust off of the row. Or move a Hungry Zombie off of that row. With Lust. That's a little harder for him to continue the consume train. To release it to the public. It's, yeah, I'm playing viewers right now. You can play it in your web browser right here. Another one. I think Recruiter for another Lust Mage makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Nope. Anyone can play. We've got a little bit of a Discord community growing too. If you want to find games while I'm not streaming. What's going on? Why am I not able to sync? That was weird. It kept trying to sync me. Let's go and just Crushing Press here. It's in my normal Discord. There's a channel called Untitled Row Card Game, or URCG. What is he getting with this? Just a tutor for whatever he wants. He gets a Zapping Cultist? What? All your Zombros are in the graveyard. This only works in rounds 1 and 2. Yeah, yeah. Get crushing press. Let's do this. Okay, we will Xyle, which triggers all of our sorcerers. And we can move all of these into that row. It triggers the Lust Mages from their current position. Then I would assume Sadistic Pyromancer wins. Yeah, looks like Sadistic Pyromancer wins. Cool, cool, cool. What else do we got here? Puff Tortoise. I can play a Tortoise game. Is this the list? This looks like a list. Yeah, I'll queue up Tortoise real quick. Does the better artwork come from? Hipster for Hire or Tim Barzalo? Yeah, commissioned him for a bunch of art. He was in chat earlier. Can't remember what his Twitch name was. Uh-oh, looks like we've lost everybody. Only Cinellian remains and he's in the deck builder. Got some people playing AI games. There are puzzles. Lots of puzzles. If anyone's interested in like Gwenti puzzles. There's currently 8 of them of varying difficulty. I've been told some of them are very difficult. Looks like there's someone in queue. There we go. Someone that you probably know. That's a very long username. So I would like red coin quite a bit. Opponent bids 6. Don't want carrion feeders in hand ever. I don't need Season Necro in round 1. I'm currently missing the Zombro. Looks like we're just playing a carrion feeder game. A little bit. Half and half. Forced Longswordsman. Let's just start with this. Wait, Japanese Panic, let me put on your row. Yeah, that's intended. They're just a token like anything else. I don't think I want to use my mummy round 1. Let's just... does make my Dediche really bad. Have to crushing press myself, yeah. I mean, you can pass. You don't have to play it. Well, I got the one cultist too. Nope. Wanted that to spawn by the hungry zombie. So what? I'll play the Chanter. Ooh. Try to get some carryover on the carrion feeders. Just to get something going. Just passes. Okay. If I play the Dediche, I'll be putting the Worse Crow. Yeah, look at this. So I was gonna push round 2 anyway. What Do I still have a Grave Calling Spectre? Oh, I consumed it, right. Right. Oh, but yeah, there's no tracker. But if you go into the client, you can go into spectator mode, and you can just watch games that way. If you want to mouse over cards yourself, if my mousing over isn't enough. Let's get the Hungry Zombie down. This will start to consume the Zombros. Not having any of our strengthens from the cultists is a little unfortunate, though. I mean, like, I can override that, or I can just, like, play Sandstorm to kill the Instructor. That seems better. That way he doesn't get the Instructor back. That is Simpson. The Zombro? That's good. I can kill it with Transmuter. Ugh. It's not getting that many points. If I play Seasoned Necromancer... Oh, I've got to do something. Let's Flesh Transmuter this away. And the Hungry Zombie gets to eat. So I am able to pass here. Since if he passes back, it won't trigger immediately. It's like Beta Gwent in that regard, where if both players are passed, then the turn effects don't trigger. I think I'm just happy with that. Saying that out loud, yeah. Hoping he's listening to the stream so that he is aware. Cultist's pretty bad right now. Don't think I need Chanter. I don't want the Zombro in hand. We've got more points on our leader, sort of, depending on how much engine value this ends up getting. Might end up Plaguebringering. Plaguebringer this. That seems fine. Just short enough rounds. Take care of the thing that scales his other thing and possibly scales other cards in his deck too. That's good. That's really good. So I can do this, get the Zombro. The Hungry Zombie eats the Zombro. Got a 13 and basically a 6. Because I don't want this killing anything. Can you beat a 13, Mr. Opponent? No. Cool. Looks like Tortoise gets there. Close. Yeah, sorta. Sorta. I was surprised you gave up round 1 as easily as you did. Round 1 often matters even more in this game than it does in Gwent. Just because the way leaders work differently in different rounds. You had some bricks. Ah. That happens. Let's see. Let's try to get this Launderer deck to work for a game. When this deck goes off, it looks crazy. I think we got time for one more game. See if we can find somebody who made them. Hipster for Hire. Just a viewer that I commissioned some arts from. Yeah, you had to play 1 round 2. It's like beta. where if both players are past your end of turn effects don't trigger. Got some people in the deck builder, some people in the constructed lobby, more people in the deck builder. Oh, ooh. Another one. Oh, did I keep the wrong deck? I think I keep the wrong deck. Whatever. We'll you can play this one. This is the Hyperthin. Don't want these. Have a cadaver. How do I want to do this? If I just Zombomb, then Hungry Zombie it. To pull one of the carrion feeders. Yeah, these Dedapults are not gonna be very good here. Might just end up discarding them to the cadavers. For another fortification. Let's get this in the graveyard. Deadbolt Enchanter. I can Blightcaller away the Carrion Feeder to play a Tormented Nostalgic. To get another... I guess I can just pull the Deadbolt from deck, even though it's bad. Let's get you. Put you here. Get this. Am I playing this on stream? I don't know what the schedule is going to be for it. Every couple days, probably. Certainly at the end of viewer battles. So at least every Sunday for the foreseeable future. 6/5. Can do this. Get the cadaver. Finally found the Grave Calling Spectre. I don't think we want Chanter. I don't think I care about the Zombomb. Diane does force the pass. I don't know why that animation played more times. That was weird. Or they're just like playing half at a time. They're getting batched. Okay, do need to kick this. I guess that's fine. Oh, oops, that definitely should have been in command. Okay, there's the Mauls. We have the King of Beasts here. Zombomb in our deck, right? Yeah. So we're gonna go Tormented Nostalgic for the Zombomb out of our deck. We're gonna try to upgrade our hand as much as we can. With King of Beasts draws. So this is going to draw us a card. This is going to draw us 2 cards. So let's start with this one. That one's not urgent to get down, so we'll play the Cadaver. The Hungry Zombies. Oh, we got 3 elephants. If I res Seasoned Necro, can bring back a Dedapult. to kill the Zombomb. It's not currently very good. Better off just rezzing a 10. We're gonna end up Plaguebringering the Richard, but there's no rush. I'm just play an Elephant. Put that there to absorb a BFC hit. Zoop. Okay, we'll take the Plaguebringer, banishes Richard. And then hope that this 12 points plus this big points gap beats him. I think it will. Just res a Spectre. I don't think he can make 30 and yeah. Cool. I guess we got time for one more if anyone wants to play. I can queue up the deck I was intending to queue up. Getting there? Yeah. Diane's a little weird because you want to play it before round 3 because it doesn't do a whole lot in round 3, but if you don't win round 1, you don't necessarily get to play round 2. Yeah, let's queue up with this. Let's see if anybody wants to play. I think Senilian might have just left the game open. He does with drills. Yeah, she can, but it can be tough. It's a little harder to make it work with drill than just having your leader go off. Dogman Star. Interesting hand. Okay, we found the Launder. This looks like a hand that'll work. Let's see if we can get the deck to pop off. So I am on blue. Let's go Harold for a Roughneck. Play the Roughneck, trade the Launderer. And the number you chose. It's not a lot right now because it's not really like metagames developed. But in general, the higher you bid, the more you value red coin. Yeah, let's play out all of our Launder points that we can. I'll save the third Roughneck for a trade, or the second Roughneck for a trade, but I think I'm playing all of these low-level mobsters. Maybe just one more. You might just pass. Let's just play a Conspire instead of one of these. Yeah, let's just Conspire. Get to trade this twice. Okay, and he does take the pass. Shouldn't need that against soldiers. Still need to get down my Pride Mages. So the plan is probably to mage this round, and then in round 3, try to do Launderer things. This already being at 11 is pretty big. Yeah, probably Pride Mage, Recruiter. Into Xyle. And just playing on the command row to put boosts on the leader. Just keep going for carryover. Arbiter is big. It's persistent for a Wrath Mage. And I want to put this here so that when I play the Xyle, it gets the boosts from the Pride before it triggers again. Oh, I guess I gotta put it the other way. Whoops. Opposite of Gwent. Or does Xyle just work weird? Xyle might just work weird. So I have a pass here, and this pass should be winning. I don't think soldiers are outpointing what we can do in round 3. Sand is basically perfect. It's like Pyro and Conspire are good, but we've built up to a pretty solid hand here. Vacation grows the Richard. Our leader auto trades, and then we trade the Launderer. And yeah, with the Roughneck living, I don't think this game will be close. I want to play this one. Yeah. The old round 3 Diane. Once this is done, I can just play you. And that's the whole Launderer package played, and now we just have a couple of mages. Which get pretty respectable points after full procking the combo. Yeah, we'll put everyone in the same row. Cool. How many cards for one deck? 25. I don't think it says anywhere, but it is 25. Anyway, that is going to be it for the stream tonight. There is no Yurden. There are a couple of resets. There's a 4 provision, I guess, like sort of artifact compression, or 0 provision sort of artifact compression. But in general, resets are pretty hard to come by. This one, Scarlet. Humans have a couple of Scorch effects, but no Yurdens. Advisor a mage? No. There was a point where I considered making Gluttony Mage into Advisor, but it was just way too good with Pride. And Xyle. Yeah, if you ever want to find games with people, there's a fairly active Discord now. Or if you hop into the URCG channel, might be able to find someone who's up for a game. We'll be playing this more on stream over the next few weeks. Certainly every Sunday after Hero Battles, we'll play a little URCG, and then probably sprinkled in throughout some of the other days, instead of doing variety, we'll play some of this. Who's doing well on the leaderboard right now? Parapain overtook form up again. Most people still haven't finished all their placements, so nothing too crazy going on here. Yeah, let's see who's live. Let's see who is live. I'm getting a tourney. I might do a test tournament next time we stream this. It probably won't be tomorrow, but maybe the day after.